Hey y'all, I wanted to make this video today because my package from Denim Tears just arrived in the mail, and I kind of wanted to talk about the brand a little bit and do some sort of an unboxing. I really just wanted to show the shirt that I got and talk about the brand as well, because this brand is like really important to me, and it's a really interesting brand, and I'm excited that it exists because it's very important to like I said, my identity as a Black American person. So I originally found out about this brand after seeing that silly ass video of Frank Ocean arriving at the airport with that wig on, and he had on the Denim Tears zip up hoodie. And I remember scrolling through the comments on the video and on the pictures and stuff, because I just like to read comments. And somebody asked the question of where the hoodie is from, and somebody had the source and they said that it was from Denim Tears. I immediately looked up the brand out of curiosity, and I was enamored by all of the images that was on the website. Like, I'll talk about the different layers and facets that he uses to create the brand in a minute, but I fell in love with the brand immediately after seeing like the different images on the t-shirts and like the shoes and the pins and different things like that. And I wanted to support that same day, but I had to like really do my research and find out who is behind the brand, because sometimes brands will use like Black American imagery or Black imagery in general, but not be Black people. And so I just had to make sure that I researched who was behind the brand before I purchased. And so I was really happy to find out that it was Tremaine Emory, who is not only a Black American person himself, but he is from the same place as me. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. And I myself am from Atlanta, Georgia. Not really, I'm from Fairburn, Georgia. But to people outside of Georgia, it's a lot easier to say Atlanta than it is Fairburn, because not a lot of people have an idea of where Fairburn is. But for my folks who's watching this in Georgia, I'm from Fairburn, and I graduated in Fayetteville, Georgia. Anywho, so once I found out that that's who he was, I was like, okay, cool. It's okay to support this brand now, and it's cool to buy this t-shirt. So I literally bought it that same day, and it just got here today. And I'm getting ready to open it, but I just wanted to just talk about the brand a little bit before I decide to open it, and I guess why it's important to me. Like, I'm not like, doing like a full documentary on him. I'm just talking about the various different things that I know about the brand so far and why I appreciate it. What's cool about this brand is that Tremaine Emory, he's found a way to talk about the different facets or subcultures of Black American culture in particular. So I've seen him do designs with the Pan-African flag, which is what some Black American people identify with. I've seen him pay tribute to the Black Seminole people out of New Orleans. So he's had the clothing line along with the documentary Onya, which is beautiful. And I watched that one as well. Like, I've been watching interviews of his, I've been watching videos, his short films. I've been watching everything since I found out about this man, because this brand is so dynamic to me. So he paid tribute to the Black Seminoles out in New Orleans with the Onya movie and the Onya release. He also has the Flag of David ring, and he has a pendant for the Hebrew Israelites. He also has done a few t-shirts with the Black Jesus or the Black Madonna with the crown of cotton, and he has the cotton pins as well for the Southern Black people. And then he recently did a release for the Gullah Geechee people. So these are all facets of Black American culture that he has touched on, and that's cool to me because that's all a part of who we are as Black people here in America. It's inspiring because for a while I felt like people don't necessarily care about Black American culture or Black American people enough. Like, I feel like people don't take our culture and our history into account, and they're only looking at it from sort of a contemporary standpoint, to where it's like it's only about, I want to be careful with my words here because I don't want to paint it as if I'm like against the current state of like the culture or just like who we are as people. But what I find is that a lot of the time people kind of reduce Black American culture to vernacular they reduce it to accessories, nails, and like twerking and shit like that, you know. But people don't treat us as if we have a rich history or a rich culture as a people. People tend to overlook who we are. And not only that, but you also have a lot of people who aren't necessarily of the culture trying to find ways to squeeze in just so that they're able to say certain words or act a fool, basically. And I just don't think that that's what that's about. You know, I think that there is more to Black American people than acting a damn fool. Even if that's what we display, like, that's us. That is what it is. But I don't want to get too deep into that. But I just been feeling kind of discouraged lately because I just feel like Black American people, I feel like we are a fairly new culture, and that we need time to develop who we are, especially now that we're getting into a place where we're starting to be proud of who we are. You know, before, I feel like a lot of us were ashamed or not even allowed to be proud to be who we are in this country. And I think that now we are starting to step out of that and create this space for ourselves and creating greatness for ourselves. But it's hard to do when people are just kind of like I guess infiltrating in a way. I don't know. I don't want to say it like that, but people are just kind of reducing it, like I said, to this very small thing when it's like we have such a rich history and such a rich culture. And I think that that needs to be explored more and observed and appreciated. So when I found out about this brand and saw that he was creating this brand with these images that are kind of like meaningful and sacred to us, and then I look on the YouTube and I see him producing these short films and these movies that talk about that rich culture and that rich history that I mentioned before, it brought me to tears because I'm like, okay, somebody out there with power, with influence, with reach gets it. And they're putting these images out there, and they're getting us into these important places and spaces that we haven't necessarily been able to get into before without being seen as a joke, in a sense. And not to say that, you know, he doesn't face like his own like problems or his own hardship or his own pushback being in the industry that he's in, but the fact that he is there and that he's able to have that reach is beautiful to me. So I'm really thankful to him for creating this brand because it makes me feel seen, you know. So I'm gonna get into this shirt. And we can find some scissors. And I'm gonna explain why I bought this shirt in particular. But I've already touched on it before, but I just wanted to go into it a little bit deeper. I'm so excited. This shirt is gonna be big too. Why did they send me? They sent me a medium. Oh, this is a small. This is beautiful. So it's like, okay, so I pulled it out the package and it looks like this. Like, okay, so we'll do a proper freaking review. Like, I'm so excited. All right, so this is the label, or like this is the package. It comes beautifully plastic wrapped. Oh man, you know, okay, so another thing, so the point of me starting Yachty was a way for me to become some sort of like a cultural journalist or archivist or preservationist, because like I said, we are starting to shape who we are as Black people. We're starting to say, okay, this is okay, this isn't okay, these people are allowed, these people are not allowed. We're starting to really create this narrative around us, right? And so I wanted to, and like I said, looking around me, I didn't see a lot of people taking the culture seriously or working to preserve the culture. I feel like a lot of things, it just goes in one ear and out the other. It just flows through whatever, like water. And it's nothing that we can really like hold and preserve, right? So I just wanted to create a channel with the intention of preserving like our modern day culture and, you know, defining in a way what Black American culture is, at least from my perspective, right? In my mind, my thoughts, my feelings, what I see. So, because, you know, I'm part of the culture. Anywho, so I'm excited to have these pieces because so part of that for me is like art, music, spirituality, and of course fashion. And so for me, this is a shirt, right? But this is also a piece of art and a piece of history. So I'm not necessarily looking at this like just a shirt. Like, this is a piece that I get to have in my collection forever. And I'm so excited to have it. Okay. And so here is my t-shirt. This is the label. So, African Diaspora Goods, Denim Tears, established 1619. It's beautiful. And then here's the shirt. So this is the shirt. I decided to grab the shirt, the Black Jesus shirt with the crown of cotton on it. This is a big small, but I understand that it's probably unisex and I'm just tiny. And then on the back, you have Denim Tears. Beautiful. The print itself, it feels, it's like, it has some touch to it. It's not like blended directly into the shirt. And it feels very good quality. The color is beautiful. I love this so much. I'm so excited I got this. And then of course it's the same thing with the one on the back. It's got some touch to it. Yeah. Alright, anywho. So the reason why I bought this shirt is for reasons that I stated before. So I guess we can get into the history if we're talking about, you know, being Black American, because it's a lineage. So my entire family on both my mother and my father's side is from the South. So on my mother's side, everybody is from Georgia. Like, as far back as I can trace, everybody is from Georgia. So we are from Fayetteville, Georgia, Palmetto, Stars Mill, which is still all in Fayette County. So we're basically from Fayette County, Georgia. My family, my ancestors were farmers, and before that, you know, we were slaves. And so on my father's side, my family is from Florida and South Carolina. So I am a Southern Black American person. And even though I am no longer a religious person, I grew up Christian. I was raised Christian. That is my spiritual foundation, I suppose. Before I, you know, grew up and started to question things and, you know, learned other things about myself and life and the world and how things work. And so even though I've kind of like moved on from that belief and that way of thinking and that way of being, I understand that it is a part of me and it is a part of my upbringing, and I can't really, you know, get away from that. And so I got this shirt because this symbolizes to me Southern Black American people, you know, because we grew up worshiping Jesus, we grew up picking cotton, and we freaking Black. So to me, it combines all three of those symbols into one image. And this is, like I said, a tribute to my heritage. And I believe that he gets that. And this is part of the reason why he created this shirt in the way that he did. Because again, if he's touching on all facets of Black American culture, Southern Black Americanism is like a thing, you know? And so that's just why I bought it. And I'm glad that I have this in my collection now, because I have a couple of other t-shirts that are also done by Black people, but I believe that one, can I go get it? I should go get it, huh? I'll talk about it later, but I've seen, you know, people do like reviews or talk about the brand, but almost always people go and grab the jeans. And that's fine because the jeans are cool and they are more likely to stick around and have longevity. I mean, with the t-shirt, you really have to, like, if you care about preserving a shirt, you really, my camera cut off. Anyway, if you care about preserving a shirt, you really have to take care of it, you know, pay attention to the instructions that are on here. And really, especially because this one is white, I probably won't be wearing this one as often. When it comes to shirts, you really got to do the work to preserve them. But with jeans, you know, if they fade over time, that kind of adds to the character of the jeans. So I think that that's like an easier purchase to have. But the jeans are, you know, cool either way it goes. And then I also think that it's a thing where people kind of see the imagery on the shirts and, you know, they kind of realize that it may not be for them necessarily. So I think that they tend to avoid the shirts. And then on another level, I think that people avoid the shirts because people may not want to be so overt with like the message or the imagery. You know, I think people just want to be stylish, and if you happen to know about the brand and know what it's about, then, you know, that's one thing. You can kind of do the research for yourself. But, you know, I decided to go with the shirt because I really appreciated the imagery on here, and I felt like it was symbolic or like a nod to my sector of culture and history as a Black American person. I really do appreciate Tremaine Emory for creating this brand and being in the space that he's in, because it's important to little people like me. So, you know, I appreciate you guys for watching this, and let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video.